Welcome to Data Protection Conversations. I am joined today by Vinny and Kevin. Welcome, gentlemen.
Hello.
Hi, thanks, Christophe.
So they are both here with me to talk about the Commvault Connections 2021 event, a hybrid event this year where most of the sessions were actually in person at their headquarters, but many attendees, such as ourselves, were actually around the world doing this from the comfort of their home or their Zoom application. I'd like to say that this was a very well-produced event, certainly enjoyed it, and it had the benefit of being both very complete but also concise. It started off with a great keynote that their CEO, Sanjay, kicked off, and I think the focus is clear for me. Commvault has pivoted. It has executed on a great acquisition strategy, notably the acquisition of Hedvig. It has also launched a new service, Metallic, which in just a year has seen 300 improvements of features and has now a very, very complete coverage in terms of platforms as well as services. So now I'd like to turn over to my colleague, Vinny Choinski. Vinny, so tell me, what did stand out for you as you went through the sessions and listened to the keynote?
Yeah, so obviously we heard a lot about, data protection, the data intelligent services, right? Data protection, data compliance, data governance, data intelligence, data insight, very important services. I really like the service approach they're taking. And I like the message of any workload, any storage. A few years ago in data protection, there was the battle about agent or agentless backups, right? And the answer was yes, you need all these things to cover the workload. So it's the generational workload coverage, the new Metallic. They're adding services. We've been covering that. We've been really taking a deep dive into some of the new services they add and the capabilities. So very complete solution and continuing to add the protection and the coverage that they need.
And I think, if I look at the themes and double click on a couple of areas, definitely cyber resilience was the pervasive theme throughout, which expresses itself in a number of ways, including announcements and also some great partnerships. But there are a couple of quotes I would like to use here from Sanjay, and I think they're a perfect example of this combination of intelligent data management meets cyber resilience, meets essentially as a service in the context of the distributed cloud and the evolving landscape of not only data protection, but data management. Sanjay said, do amazing things with data, but he also said your data is too important to be left to chance. And this is where I'd like to ask Kevin a question about his perspective on a very interesting MSP. We talked about how they've built essentially a cyber forensics capability, leveraging Metallic, the Commvault service, in the background. Can you tell us more, Kevin, and give us your perspective as well?
Sure, Christophe. Thanks very much. You talked earlier about Commvault pivoting a little while ago. And my key takeaway was that they exhibited a lot of best practices from a partnering standpoint on multiple levels. Their relationship with Microsoft, their ability to be available on the AWS marketplaces, their increasing integration and providing a platform and a capability to partner with MSPs and MSSPs. There were a couple in particular, Software One and GM SecTech, who have completely integrated Commvault's Metallic platform into their offerings, included it as part of those offerings, and go as far as to use a powered by designation. Both of those companies indicated how strong it was for their go-to-market, their brand, their productivity, their efficiency in delivering a complete service to their customers. So I was pretty impressed with partnering on multiple tiers and being able to become integrated with some big global providers.
Yes, and it is interesting to see also that the Metallic service is available, I believe, in 115 countries. So this is not insignificant. And remember, Metallic was launched, 2 years ago? Not even. So amazing execution. There's one announcement that really caught my eye, and maybe, Vinny, you can give us your thoughts on it. And it's this focus on security and cyber resilience, and it's the security IQ capability.
Yeah, so I think we've been seeing a lot of activity in the cyber resilience space and companies highlighting the features that they have, features and functions. And I think that you need to be able to visualize, how are we doing? Do we have what we need to recover when we have an issue, right? So I'm really impressed with the work that they've done in that space.
Yes, absolutely. Lots of innovation still coming from Commvault. I think for those out there who think, well, this is a legacy vendor, this is not the company you used to know. This is not the case anymore. This is an innovator. This is a company that has a very great record on execution on the technology, great channel and partner strategy. Of course, still a lot of work to do, I'm sure, as is always the case, as we see the constant threat of ransomware and other cyber threats escalating every month. But I think that's actually a good time to be looking at these type of issues and really the people, the processes, and the technology, and bringing it all together. I think is really going to be the key, and I expect Commvault to be doing a lot more moving forward, and they've already are doing quite a bit in this space. So thank you so much, Vinny and Kevin, for joining me today, and thank you everyone for listening.